Hi guys, this is how to play the solo from Teenage Kicks. This is a great one to practice your string bending, and in particular something called unison bends, where we bend the third string up to the pitch of string 2 to get that sort of really cool sound. Do check out the other lead guitar songs I have on my channel by clicking the link in the top corner. Let's get you straight in for a close-up. So that is the solo to Teenage Kicks. It happens twice, but it is fairly short, and we're going to cover a slightly easier version where we just miss a couple of bits out and exact to the record. So most people who are starting to learn lead guitar should be able to have a good go at this lesson. We start off by playing 10th fret of the thickest E string, which is a D note, and that is the key of the song. There's a D power chord at 5th fret. That note is the same as the note at 12th fret. We play that twice, and then the next note is the little finger at 13th fret in accordance with the minor pentatonic scale, which is what this solo is based around. Easy start. Then there's a bit of a string skip to a flat first finger, holding down string 2 and 3 at 10th fret also. Again also. Both of those notes part of the minor pentatonic scale. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. And then here's the main part of this, and the reason I've chosen this solo for improver guitarists wanting to improve their solos. We have a bend of 12th fret with the 3rd finger supported with the middle finger, and it's a whole tone bend, which means we bend it up to the pitch of 2 frets higher on the fretboard. So this is the note we're bending. This is the pitch we want it to bend up to. And we want to get a good angle in this kind of fashion. This is an exaggerated movement, but the bend is done with the arm and the wrist, not with the fingers. We're not pushing up with the fingers. You can see my wrist sort of pop up over there, no wrist, and then the wrist suddenly pops up there, okay? That's because it's this twisting motion that's happening with the forearm that creates the bends. A set of 9s or even 8 gauge strings will really help you focus on bending in tune rather than just pushing up as hard as you can. And then, so just to recap, the biggest move in this, I believe, is that. That'll be the tricky bit for most people. If you can do that, you can do this solo. 1, 2, 3, 4, bend. I'm finding it easier to do this one on an up pick. Down, down, up. Yeah, I think that's easy after doing it a couple of ways. Down, 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 up. And then bend on a down pick, though it matters less there because it's a little bit slower. And when we bend up here, in between this, or after it, we're going to hit 10th fret of the 2nd string of the B string. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exactly the same bend as Johnny B. Good. This is a much easier solo and a shorter solo than anything in Johnny B. Good, but a perfect precursor to it. Okay, so now you can also keep this ringing out the entire time and hit them both, which I like to do occasionally, and that would make it a unison bend, because we're bending up to the same note. Let me show you from this angle. They want to be the exact same note. So it's just a great way to test that you're bending in tune. If it sounds like this, that sounds terrible. And again, out of tune because that was under. And then the sound sort of levels out. But when your bend is in tune. Before we cover the trickier bit just at the end of that, let's move on to the second half of the solo, which is the exact same finger motions, but starting at 7th fret, because that's the second chord in this song, the B minor bar chord. Exact same finger motions, and it's one then the other, so nice and slow it would be. Okie dokie. And just that bit one more time, really slow so you can see it. Really important you get those bends in tune. So it's the same thing, and both of them need to end with this much trickier kind of section, which is, so after we've bent up, it's a flick off, so unbend. So we bent up. Unbend. Flick off to the first finger at 10th fret. And then just do a hammer on of your third finger at 12th fret, which is the start note or the minor pentatonic. If you've not learned the minor pentatonic yet, my God, look at this lesson right here and learn that minor pentatonic scale. That's the one you need to be able to do this. In context. Okay, and this kind of bend. This is used all the time. I've got a lesson on what's that? You Give Love a Bad Name. It's a very old lesson, but I really cover that in depth, and that's another great one to look at your bends on. This is also exactly the same as all the same kind of moves in Are You Gonna Go My Way. It's 2 frets higher, but it's the same move. Bend up, unbend, flick off, and then just a hammer on. That is how to play the entire solo and the ending of Teenage Kicks. If you need more help with this, there is a lead guitar course coming. I think at the moment it is scheduled for November of 2017. If you're watching this video after that, it's already on my website. Get it, andyguitar.co.uk. Proper electric guitar lead and rhythm course, but there's also loads of solos which you'll find by clicking here as well. Thank you very much for watching.